Somewhere inside every human body, a clock is ticking. It does not hang on a wall. It cannot be wound back by wishful thinking or expensive skincare. It lives inside every single cell, coiled up inside the nucleus, quietly counting down. And for most of human history, no one knew how to read it, let alone stop it. That changed when artificial intelligence entered the picture. Scientists have long suspected that aging is not just about getting older on paper. Two people can share the same birthday and look completely different inside their bodies. One might have the biology of someone 20 years younger. The other might be silently carrying the weight of decades they haven't even lived yet. The difference comes down to what happens inside the cell, and AI is now revealing those secrets at a speed and depth no human researcher could match alone. At the center of this story are structures called telomeres. Think of them as the plastic tips at the end of shoelaces. Their job is simple but critical. They protect the ends of chromosomes from fraying during cell division. Every time a cell divides and copies itself, those protective caps get a little shorter. Over time, when telomeres shrink past a critical length, the cell stops dividing altogether. It enters a state called senescence, a kind of cellular retirement where the cell is no longer useful but still sits inside the body, releasing toxic signals that accelerate aging in surrounding tissue. This process does not just cause wrinkles. It drives heart disease, cognitive decline, weakened immunity, and a long list of age-related conditions that shorten lives. The discovery of telomeres earned a Nobel Prize in 2009. But understanding them was only the beginning. The real question was, what controls them, what damages them faster, and what can slow that damage down? That is where AI stepped in, and everything changed. What AI discovered that humans missed: artificial intelligence does not get tired. It does not overlook patterns buried inside millions of data points. When researchers fed AI systems enormous datasets, blood biomarkers, genetic profiles, lifestyle records, protein maps, the machine began finding connections that no human team could have spotted over a lifetime of research. One of the most significant breakthroughs came from the field of aging clocks. These are computational tools that use biological data to estimate a person's true internal age, not the number on their birth certificate, but the real age of their cells and organs. AI-powered aging clocks have become remarkably precise, capable of predicting health risks and biological deterioration long before any symptoms appear. Researchers found that aerobic exercise consistently produces younger biological age scores, while chronic stress and poor sleep push the internal clock forward at alarming rates. Also mapped the relationship between mitochondria and aging in new ways. Mitochondria are the energy factories inside cells. They produce a molecule called ATP, which every cell needs to function. But as telomeres shorten and cells age, mitochondrial function declines too. They begin leaking harmful molecules called reactive oxygen species, a form of oxidative stress that damages cellular components and accelerates the very telomere shortening that caused the problem in the first place. It is a destructive loop, and AI was the first tool powerful enough to trace the full cycle and begin identifying where it could be interrupted. Perhaps most striking was what AI found about inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation, the kind that quietly smolders in the body without producing obvious symptoms, turned out to be one of the most aggressive accelerators of cellular aging. Elevated inflammatory signals suppress the enzyme telomerase, which is the body's natural mechanism for maintaining and occasionally extending telomere length. When telomerase activity drops, shortening accelerates. When shortening accelerates, senescent cells accumulate. When senescent cells accumulate, they release more inflammatory signals. The cycle feeds itself. AI did not just confirm this loop. It began identifying the precise molecular targets where the cycle could be broken. Drug discovery became the next frontier. Companies like in silico medicine began using AI to scan millions of molecular compounds and identify candidates that could target the hallmarks of aging. What once took a decade of laboratory work could now be narrowed down in months. The implications were staggering. Meanwhile, the world began to notice what real people are doing. With this knowledge, the science moved from research papers into real-world human experiments, some of them extreme, some of them surprisingly accessible. Harvard genetics professor Dr. David Sinclair.
It's a gram. A typical diabetic will take somewhere between a gram and 2 grams, so it's a bit below that.
Became one of the most recognizable faces of this cellular revolution. Sinclair, who works on the biology of aging at one of the world's most prestigious institutions, has spent years studying how epigenetic changes drive the aging process. He describes aging as a kind of information decay, the body's operating instructions gradually becoming corrupted. His biological age, measured through advanced epigenetic testing, reportedly places him a full decade younger than his chronological age. His approach combines intermittent fasting, a plant-based diet, specific supplements including resveratrol, and a strict exercise regimen. He believes the epigenetic clock begins ticking from birth, and that choices made even in one's 20s have measurable long-term consequences. Then there is Brian Johnson, the Silicon Valley entrepreneur who turned aging into a full-time mission. Johnson reportedly spends around $2 million per year on what he calls the Blueprint Protocol, a data-driven system designed to measure and optimize the biological age of every organ in his body. His daily routine includes a strict vegan diet, over 90 supplements, structured daily exercise, precise sleep optimization, and continuous biological monitoring through MRIs, blood panels, and colonoscopies. His goal is not vanity, it is longevity through data. AI tools sit at the core of his protocol, helping him interpret biomarkers and guide interventions in real time. His biological age metrics suggest his cells are functioning younger than his chronological years. These individuals represent the extreme edge of what is possible when someone has unlimited resources and total commitment. But the research they fund and inspire filters down into findings that eventually reach everyone. Clinical trials have already begun testing whether certain metabolic drugs can elongate telomeres in living humans. Early results have shown that some compounds previously used for other medical purposes may have measurable anti-aging effects at the cellular level, a finding that has surprised even veteran researchers. The idea that telomere dynamics in adults could be modified at all, not just slowed but potentially improved, challenges everything the field believed just a decade ago. Lifestyle factors, it turns out, carry more biological weight than most people realize. Chronic stress does not just feel bad. It physiologically accelerates cellular aging by suppressing telomerase and driving inflammation. Poor sleep impairs the cellular repair processes that happen primarily at night. Diets high in processed foods and refined sugars increase oxidative stress, attacking mitochondrial function and damaging telomere integrity. Conversely, regular aerobic exercise consistently produces lower biological age scores in AI-powered assessments, not just because it burns calories, but because it actively supports telomere maintenance and mitochondrial health. The message from inside the cell is clear. Aging is not a fixed destination. It is a process, and processes can be influenced. The longevity secret was always there, coiled inside every chromosome, ticking with every cell division. It just took a machine intelligence capable of reading millions of data points at once to finally decode what it was telling us. The body has always known how to age. Now, for the first time, humanity is beginning to understand how to respond.